Hey, what's up, me? How you doing, man? Popping by? Hey, appreciate it, man. Haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? I'm doing okay. Doing okay. The weather was really nice recently, but well, it was not anymore. It's starting to get hot again. Depressed and sick, so the usual. What do you mean, so the usual? Are you telling me that you're always sick? Well, you said usual, so you're usually sick? This one, Rizzley. Know this news already? I think so. Like, wait. Why do I feel like you told me that last stream? Or am I imagining things? It's been decent here. Well, that's, at least that's one thing going well for you. You're usually sick? Like, what is that? Like, is that something that you know is a thing? Like, you know that you're, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, like, you just don't have, like, a very good immune system or something? Like, something that your family knows of? I kind of, like, okay. Genshin, for a long while, for me, has been sort of like a comfort game, like something that I do, like to wind down after at the end of the day. So, and even combat, right? And like that's one of the reasons why like I keep vertically investing into my teams. Like despite my account already being able to deal with like all combat content in the game, I still I still keep putting in the effort to make my account stronger. Because I want combat and well everything else in the entire game to be as easy as possible because like it is sort of like my comfort game. I want this game to be like something that I use to wind down at the end of the day. But I can't do that like when I'm playing a mini game like this, right? Like it's supposed to be relaxing, it's supposed to be like casual and like, but instead it's just rage inducing like because like I feel like I'm doing way better than a lot of these other people that are playing this mini game, and like it's still RNG based. Like look at this. I wish I'd just make it so that like certain nets have like a guaranteed, or at least like increase the rates, right? Because like it feels like the catch rate for like the appropriate net on the appropriate fish is like it feels like 30%. It really does. Like 30-50% maybe. I did not catch a single like one of those big fish that round. Fibromyalgia? Chronic is the word. What is that? Fibromyalgia. Characterized by widespread musculoskeletal pain accompanied by fatigue, sleep, and memory mood issues. So it's a condition, right? It sounds like a set of symptoms. Well, it's a syndrome, I guess. Um, any causes? Like what's I doubt that's a cause, right? Feels like there's something else there going on. Used to be for me. Used to be for me too now, but it doesn't feel the same, sadly. Also, I never meant to unadd you on Genshin. Unadd? Oh, okay. Oh, like in. Yeah, it's fine. I hardly ever communicate with any of my friends. You know what? Like honestly, I'm kind of surprised that I have friends in Genshin. Like I guess I understand like my main account because like I asked for help for quite a lot of people way back in the day, but on my second and third accounts, like I'm just I don't even know why I have friends. Like I don't ever go into co-op. Um, I don't ever talk to anyone on like in the game. No one can figure out where it came from. So it's like one of those. Well, hang on. Let me. I closed the tab. Maybe I shouldn't have. Characterized by widespread musculoskeletal pain. Okay, musculoskeletal pain. That sounds awful, right? Like so, anything bone related, bone related pain. I can't imagine. Fatigue, sleep, memory, and mood issues. So fatigue, sleep, memory, and mood issues. That sounds like now I understand. Like obviously, I'm no doctor, right? But like uh, fatigue, sleep, memory, and mood issues sounds like just things that happen to you, like when you lack sleep, exercise, and proper nutrition, or there is something like in your environment that is just causing you to like your entire body to just be weaker than the average person. Like for example, there's I heard of some people. I overheard some people talking about this place in Quezon City in Luzon in the Philippines. And there's a place there called Smoky Mountain. And what it is it's literally mountains of just garbage. And like it's, landfill is essentially what it is. But, because it's the Philippines, like apparently like there are no people that are smart enough to like properly deal with this stuff here. So people just, chuck it wherever. Um, and so what I heard was people like that live around that area are just generally sick, and if they're not sick, they're sickly. Like they just they're like zombies. They're like the Walking Dead. Malnourished, whatever other words you can come up with. So like maybe there's something in your neighborhood. Maybe it's something in the water, right? Maybe there's a lot of things, right? Like you should have like because nobody can figure it out. Then you're gonna have to like do like a wide net sort of sweep of your environment, of your like the things you eat, everything that has to do with your health. There could be I don't know, like there could be like maybe so like sorry, you're in the US, right? My end sem today will be going in 30 minutes. Hey, best of luck to you, Spirit. Thanks for stopping by, man. Good luck, man. Like okay, you're in the U.S., right? The U.S. dealt with a lot of nukes at one point in time, still does, but not as actively anymore. You never know. Wherever you live now, the U.S. might have lost a couple of nukes, and like one of them might be buried in your backyard or something, and might be like oozing radiation through your floors or like into your water or something like that. Anything. I do understand there really are just people like it could be genetic, right? Like I understand that could always be the case. It could be genetic. Like try and think to like try and like ask around, ask around your family for like if anyone in your family, in your bloodline, has a similar like physical condition to you. All I know is I got it from my mom, who got it from hers. Oh, so okay. That yeah, that certainly increases the likelihood that like certainly convinces. Well, like I don't know, like there could be something else in there, but like the fact that it's not just one sample size, it's not just you or like one other person in your whole family. That certainly points way more into the direction that it's genetic. What is this? What? I don't get it. How do I change that then? I'm also told that I have an autoimmune disease, which could also be a factor. Oh man, diseases are awful because they don't harm you directly, right? But it's like if you were Troy, like the city of Troy, unbreachable, but then like you have a mole amongst you, like who just opens the gate for the Greeks to come in, like and your gates are just always open. Or like at least one of your gates is always open and you never know which gate it is, so like you don't know how to close it. You don't know which gate is open, so you don't know which gate is you have to close. Gotta go now. Sorry, have fun. All right, all right. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you feel better soon. Take care.
探索に挑戦。ふん。冒険者の生活はどうやら性に合っているようだ。
I'm 45 days from my MBA, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. I'm not sure how to feel about it either. I have no idea. I keep hearing about it, but I don't know what it actually means to have an NBA. Like, I guess it's great for your career. Also, why does it seem like there's such a delay between my throws and like when those points are coming out? My ping is fine, I think. Was I just throwing 3 at a time? Wait, what? How is... How did this happen? How did that happen? I've never seen that before. Whoa. I haven't seen this one before. How the heck are these guys still at 6K? I feel like they've been doing way better than I have. A business degree. But it's like I spent 21 years trying to get 2 pieces of paper and pretty soon I'll have them. Exciting but terrifying. You breathe manually now. You breathe manually? I mean, whoa. I just gave it like a split second of thought and I just realized, wow, that is terrifying actually. What if like when you get so busy, right? Like when you're so preoccupied with a lot of things, or you get so preoccupied with a lot of things that you forget to breathe, and then all of a sudden you're starting to black out. um Exciting but terrifying. That sounds, I guess, okay, now that I think about it a bit more, it does sound kind of like that. Like, although like when okay, obviously I don't have an MBA, like I don't have like any sort of like professional, like high tier degree. But like for me, it was graduating from college, right? Like spending years and years of your life in school with your classmates and or friends. For me, it was just like it was a unique time in my life. So for me, I was just excited and not at all terrified. Like I was just excited to finish school, go get a job, make my own money. I was just tired of not being able to do what I wanted because I didn't have my own money. I didn't have my own place to live. I feel like this net switching mechanism is very local because like it's very instant. I still hate that it's completely RNG though. From the looks of things, I think I'm probably gonna have to play like even after I max out my points, just because just to get this like one fish, you know, like to get max rewards. So annoying, like that. And that guy, like they gave it to that guy so quickly too, right? Like why can't I have one? I've played like multiple games already, still haven't gotten one. It's just so stupid. It's a fishing game. And yet they make it RNG. What did it say? For 10 seconds, something large nets? You die when sleep anyway. I mean, if that was already like a normal thing, like, and has been for like, ever since humanity, I feel like even in ancient times, we would have come up with a way to, you know, like we would have just come up with a way that after like thousands and thousands of years would have just become normal to do. Like for example, obviously no technology back then, right? So like what would happen is like we would just develop the a method where like it would just be natural for people and or like creatures to like who lived and survived together to take turns sleeping, right? Like where like they would come up with some kind of mechanism, especially the more intelligent creatures would come up with a way to no, not a way, like some kind of device that helps it with breathing, where someone could assist you to breathe while you sleep or something, or either that, or we would just evolve in such a way that we wouldn't need to sleep anymore. It would just become part of biology. Like we would like just our bodies would evolve in such a way that we wouldn't need sleep. I got CTDF. Well, going for what, Shinrain? What were you going for? C2Dia is not terrible. At least, like, C2Dia... C2Dia is one of her better... yeah, one of her better constellations. It's like... C2Dia is like C2 for... I mean, like, obviously the effect is different, right? But, like, C2Dia feels like C2 Raiden Shogun, where, like, Raiden Shogun at base, C0, is good, like, decent, right? Usable in endgame. And Dia isn't. And Raiden Shogun with C2 just becomes way better. Whereas, like, Dia then becomes a little more usable at C2. For some Wriothesley constellations? Were you just trying to get... Like, which constellations were you trying to get? You said some. So, I guess that's not just C1. C2 and C3? Whoa. You're all in on Wriothesley, man. C3. I guess you... Yeah, I guess I kind of get how that feels. Like, I went for C3 Raiden Shogun as well. So, I guess I get how that feels. And I'm all in on a few other characters as well. Like I'm planning to eventually C3. Like okay, here. Oh hey, what's up, Dons? Everything's going good. So yeah, here are a few characters that I am planning to like in the very long term to C3 one day, right? In varying degrees of priority. All right, so one of them is Zelonin. Zelonin, um, shoot, Mawika. Is C3 the burst? Is this the burst? No. Okay. No. No, not Zhongli. I would actually like to C2 Zhongli one day. Very low priority, but one day. One day. C3. No, maybe not C3. Yeah, just C2 Kazuha. Yeah, just C2 Kazuha. Um, what does Chlorinde constellations do? What do their constellations do actually? I don't remember. Electro damage, attack, trigger 2 coordinate attacks, night vigil, summon near. Wait. 30% Chlorine's attack with electro damage. Okay, so it's just like another like okay, like extra off field. Oh, not off field, but like additional damage. Okay, what does C2 do? Enhanced passive talent. Passive talent after a nearby party member triggers an electro. Dark. Whoa, what was it called? Dark shattering flame. Some attacks. Wait. Raise normal attacks in last nightfall will be increased by 20% Glorian's attack for 15 seconds. What is last nightfall? Oh, okay. Burst. So 20%. Okay, that's big. $1,800. Okay, that's decent. Increased by 30% of Glorian's attack. Okay, instead of 20%, max 3 stacks, up to 2,700. So there's no interruption resistance at all in her kit, is there? Yeah, no, there's no interruption resistance at all. It's just more damage. Okay, no, definitely not Chlorine. I'll hate them. I don't remember. Finally got Furina yesterday at 81 pity. Hey, congrats, Dons. Nice. Congrats. But I came across some rumors about freeze support coming in 5.5. I want to have Chevrolet. Chevrolet works. Cryo and Hydro team only, so I'm gonna save my guarantee instead. Support. So like a 4-star? Man, if it's gonna I don't even know. What a bit like 5-star, at least like you know that you'll get it at a certain point. Like with a 4-star, you're just always hoping. You're just always hoping, like, okay, next 10 pull, please, I'm gonna get it. And then like half an hour later, you have C2 of a 5-star you didn't want, and still no copies of the 4-star you wanted. Yo RJ, question. What do you think is better, C1 Furina or C1 Wriothesley? It depends. Because, like, okay, the fact that you're thinking of C1 Wriothesley means you have Wriothesley, which means you are planning to use him. And C1 Wriothesley is a quality of life constellation. Right? It's a quality of life constellation. So it drastically improves him. And not just like damage-wise, it does improve him damage-wise, but mostly it's like playtime experience, right? Like your experience playing him on the field. But only for that character, for him. C1, Furina, is a damage boost to all the teams. Well, most of the teams that you put Furina in. So, like, just consider those, and then think which one would make you feel would make you feel the happiest. For me, it's a no-brainer. I'd go for Furina because I don't like Wriothesley's playstyle. Like it looks cool, and I think it is cool, but I'm just I'm just too stupid to realize when I should swap off of Wriothesley because his animations in his like E form are the same as like outside of it. So like when I press E, I'm like, okay, I do my rotation. I press E on, I swap to Wriothesley. I press E, and then like I go ham, and then like a couple of seconds later, I'm still going ham, and I'm hitting like a wet noodle, and I'm like, why? Where's all my damage? And I'm like, oh, I guess I should swap off now. A long-term goal is to C6 Wriothesley though. Oh man, that sounds like Yep, I totally get that. I totally get that feeling. Even though, where is she? Even though, by the time that I got to C6 Ganyu, she was already out the door, right? Like, not even just on her way out of the door, and the door, like the meta door. She was already out the door. And she wasn't endgame viable anymore at the time. Like I guess, but only in the easiest abyss lineups, enemy lineups, and not at all in some of the harder abyss enemy lineups. But I still went for it because I don't know, like I just wanted it. It was my fifth 50-50 in a win in a row. Hey, nice. Farmed 36 pulls in 3 days. Wow. I guess did you still have a lot of exploration to do, Doms? It says the 5-star support that is mostly dedicated to freeze and skirk. Oh man, that sounds awful. Well, for me, because I don't have any primos right now. I am like my primos are on their way to pulling for skirk when she comes out. And I have nothing to spare for a dedicated support. And like so like okay, why would we? Okay, question. Isn't that what Citlali does? Like okay, I understand. Like it could be like a way more dedicated, like freeze only support. Citlali is sort of like I don't know. She's like a little bit more a little closer to Jean. And yeah, a little closer to Jean, where like good at many things, like well, pretty good, because it's not like Jean is just good at many things, whereas Citlali only 2 or 3 things, but she's pretty good at them, but not as good as Chevrus is for like overload. Why are the con names of Hatham so bland? What? Just one word. in contrast to Nahida's. Nahida's is like a whole phrase. Oh, Hatham's like they could have just added like grunts and hums. Right? Like could have been just huh. Huh. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Long-term goal is to get cons for Navia. Does Navia have any constellations that make her into like a normal attacking damage dealer? Or are all her constellations just strictly for like making her skill stronger or something? Upgrading Furina will also make the team better. It will. But like I said, the fact that you have Wriothesley means that you use him. Depending on how often you use him, making your gameplay experience on Rizzley might be beneficial to you overall. Similar to like me, for example, right? Like everyone says C1 Nivelette is not necessary, right? But because I use Nivelette so much, for me it is. Sometimes I use Ayaka with Mawika, so I can run Lolly as well. Ayaka? Oh, huh? Ayaka is your melt enabler? So I can pretend she's more than a pretty JPEG nowadays. Oh man, that's kind of sad. I mean, I have Ayaka, and you know, I kind of regret getting Ayaka on this account. I know that it was only C0, right? Like no signature weapon. But I kind of regret it because like this could have been my Sit Lolly. Those Primo Gems could have been my Sit Lolly. Or, if not Sit Lolly, it could have been Zelonen's signature weapon. And here I am with Ayaka, an Ayaka that I've not never used, but like I've never gone into like Abyss or Imaginarium Theater thinking, oh, I'm gonna use Ayaka in this team to deal with this enemy or this enemy because like the lineup of enemies here, and I'll do this, I'll do that, right? And like I haven't ever since I got Ayaka. I have never seen combat content in the game that has made me think, oh, Ayaka would be like this would like Ayaka team would be perfect for this. Ayaka Freeze team would be perfect for this. It's always been just Ayaka can deal with this, Ayaka can deal with that. And Ayaka's not terrible at dealing with this. Like I hate it. And it's not Ayaka, it's just the content in the game. It's the combat content in the game. It just doesn't suit Ayaka's use case anymore. Ayaka with full emblem set. That's funny. You know, I once went onto a Zajef stream, and while he was doing calcs for Ayaka, like this was when Ayaka wasn't out, but was like her kit was officially announced, like she was about to be released. And he was doing calcs on Ayaka on different artifact sets. And I suggested 4-piece emblem. And he was like, no, well, yeah, maybe. So, like, he did calcs, right? And, like, in the end, I don't remember why. I don't remember, like, all the reasons for it. But in the end, like, for Blizzard was just better. As far as I remember, it mostly had to do with just how much crit rate you get from the 4-piece Blizzard. Why are these long ones so hard to get? For some reason, the players I am matching up with today are not as like they're not getting as high points as the players I was matching up with the last couple of days that I've been doing this event. I did it on my friend's account, on my Asia account, and like I remember at one point, like me, I had like 18,000 points or something, and like my other teammate like had like 11,000, and the other guys had like yeah, we got like over 40k at one point. Effie, who's Effie? I usually on floor 10 just to feel something. Let's hope 6.0 will be cryo friendly. Otherwise, how can they sell the Sarita? I don't know if you've heard this before, Shinran, but a couple months ago, there were a bunch of rumors circulating that 6.0 will not be Snezhnaya. That apparently Snezhnaya will be 7.0. Now, between 6.0 and 7.0, no, between 5.8 and 7.0 will be just a bunch of like additions to the current regions. Why is it still red? Why is it still red? Oh, okay. C1 gives her energy, reduces her burst cooldown. C2 increases skill crit rate up to 36%. Oh man, that sounds pretty good. Decreases geo resistance of opponents by 20%. C6 can increase the crit damage up to 135% if I understood correctly. Okay, so it seems like it's mostly just her skill. It's mostly just her skill. Yeah, so apparently like it's her constellations sound like just bigger numbers and like not a new gameplay. But hey, if you like her gameplay, then why not? Like I spent all of Sumeru grinding for Ayaka artifacts and I feel cheated. It kind of feels like what I did. Right, like even when everyone already went to Sumeru and Sumeru was already like halfway out, I was still in the emblem domain. And then I don't know, it just felt awful. I just hated how it felt where like I had Nahida and like I had a bunch of like Sumeru characters. I had a bunch of like at some point Fontaine characters that I felt like my artifact farming was falling behind. We'd already gone to Fontaine. I was still farming the gilded domain. Thankfully, I got quite lucky in the gilded domain. And that I did not need that many Deepwood sets. Well, I really only needed one, just straight up for Nahida only. And she did not need a lot of stats. And Nahida was quite easy to build. Because like, so EM, good. Crit rate, good. Crit damage, good. Attack, sort of good. ER, not really, but also not terrible. Right, so like, she like there are many stats for her that were usable, and because she had something in her kit that helped with crit rate, with her skill crit rate. It made it so that I didn't need as much crit rate, crit damage on her. And like for some reason, Gilded set was very good to me. At the time I did not need like a damage dealing Gilded set, but like I didn't even farm for that long, and somehow the Gilded domain gave me what I needed for Nahida, what I needed for Kuki, and even like one more extra like a full EM 4-piece Gilded set, and I got a pretty good damage dealing like crit based 4-piece Gilded set. And that's how my Al Haytham turned out. Oh, what the? Why did I have you on? Oh, right. Yeah, that's how my Al Haytham turned out the way it did. With artifacts, like, and I wasn't even like at the time I wasn't even thinking of getting Al Haytham yet, and like just somehow I got pieces like that, and it was great. It was awesome. Now look forward to Marijavari and Dornman Port. Yeah, that's what the rumors were pointing to. So there was also like a part of Snezhnaya, I believe, which was oh shoot, what was the name of that place? No, not Dornman Port. There was Nod Cry. Yeah, it's been brought up a lot. Nod Cry. Apparently, it's a part of Snezhnaya, but we're not going to Snezhnaya yet. Hey, what's up, Thriller? Yo, haven't seen you in a while, Thriller. How have you been, man? Says Ian, like Ian-san, and the cow. For the second half. Not. Has it been confirmed yet? No, it hasn't been confirmed yet. Still no special program just yet. They should definitely add another area to Liyue Harbor, connecting to Sumeru Port. Sumeru Port? You mean here? Yeah, right? Right, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's not ugly, but it just looks unsatisfying. It just looks unsatisfying that there's like this giant gap here. Also, there's this giant gap here as well. Like, and I hate it. And I am really curious to see how Fontaine and Sumeru Desert, like how they blend in over here. Like, I'm so curious, like what it would look like. Man, I wish they would just like allow us to zoom out a little bit more. You know, like now that the whole map has gotten way bigger, I have noticed that they've allowed us to zoom out a little bit more, like compared to like day one. Like from what I remember, like from day one, maximum zoom out was only somewhere around like this far out, or something like that. Right? It wasn't this far out, but like the map's way bigger now, so they should at least let us zoom out a little bit more. You know, so that we could see like like say 2.5 regions in like one screen. Hey, what's up, Bulbasaur? How you doing, man? Don't have enough time to spend around. Uninstalled Wuwa 2. Really? Only play Genshin a bit. What happened with Wuwa? Priorities. How is Wuwa, by the way? I guess I've just ignored enough of YouTube recommendations that YouTube doesn't recommend me any more videos from content creators who make videos of like Wuwa and or ZZZ and or Starrail. So yeah, and like back then, I've never watched like a. The only Wuwa video I've watched were ones from before Wuwa came out. I wanted to see what the game was about. Are you built? EDS. Should at least give you a Hydro Goblet, maybe. I don't have any more. Okay, there you go. Something. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're still built. Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna unbuild you. All right. Okay, official. I need to make sure you are built because I'm often switching out official stuff. Why is your crit rate low? What? Has my official always been like this? I don't remember my official being like this. Hmm. Huh. Fascinating. Okay. Can't do anything about that. I had time to play, to only spend on one game. I chose Genshin. I had a max Sorry, what's a ULID? And like every character. In Wuwa? Man, I'm surprised you picked Genshin. AR. Ah, okay. I think most players nowadays would have picked Wuwa. Although Wuwa's combat is a little too fast-paced for me. Open world game, more focused on combat, that's Wuwa. Sounds like what I wanted Genshin to be. But like, I like Genshin's like slower, it's not slow paced, but it's slower paced combat. But, you know, unfortunately, Genshin decided to go all in on Mario Party. Felt like a chore. Is it because like is it because the combat is it because the combat like you couldn't just half effort it? Like you had to go all in every time? Okay, you're built. Definitely built? Yeah, okay. Okay, you're built. What about you? Or emblem. Okay, you're still built somehow. You are very low. Oh, yikes. That's why. Okay, very low ER, but it's, usable. You are built, okay. Diona is okay. I have not unbuilt you. Very surprising. Like on my main account. Not max sack bow for some reason. I keep hitting escape. Okay, Kuki, yeah, you're definitely built. Not you. Okay. I did not unbuild you. Probably does not have the right weapon. Oh, you do. You do, surprisingly. Very low ER, unfortunately. But somehow you still have low ER, even with that piece. Sure. That's actually kind of better. Well, I don't know how much better it really was. You know what? I kind of regret changing that out. I'm gonna put it back. Whoa. Okay, there. Let's just change it back to that. Okay, this one already has some ER. No. Wow, I have no electro goblets with any ER. Might as well improve her crit ratio. What is Razor on? What? Did I build Thundering Fury on this account? Oh yeah, no, I did not. Because I don't have C6 Bennett on this account. I never bothered to. Okay, so you are on a physical build. Yeah, physical build. Physical build. Let's at least give you a weapon though. Oh man. I should level up Skyward Pride. I don't know who I'm gonna use it on. I wish I had this. Man, I have 3 of them. I've remembered seeing them all here. I wish I had at least one of these on my 3rd account. I would absolutely give it to Eula. Like these 2. I wish I could give these to my 3rd account. In Wuwa, there's always too much going on. It forces me to spend much more time on it than Genshin. Oh, really? Really? There's always too much going on. You mean so in Genshin, right? There's dailies, then there's resident. Especially once you hit endgame. What about in Wuwa? I like how you refer these characters with you, and not he or she. It depends. It depends. It's mostly just it's I don't know. I never really gave that thought, but because it's a humanoid in front of me, and I'm talking to you guys, but I'm mostly thinking out loud, and what I have in front of me is something that resembles a human, so it kind of just feels natural, as if I'm talking to them. I just remembered if Emily does a rerun next batch, I might pull for her instead. I like Emily. Do you have Kinich? I understand you don't need Kinich to maximize Emily, but it would be nicer to have both of them. Man, I don't have a weapon for you anymore. Ooh, yeah, really. Okay, well, whatever. I'm sorry, Razor. Not gonna be able to use you at all then. Okay, I did not unbuild you. Definitely not you. How about you? Okay. Let's see. Do we have something for you? I guess there's that Fab Sword. Who did I have Fab Sword on before? Oh, Kazuha, right. Oh. Wait. How was that? How much crit rate was it again? 28. 65. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, ooh. Well. Okay, ER 113. You're not gonna be very usable. Okay, you are not built at all, but hey, thanks for being on the team. Level 70. Why did I? Oh yeah, that's right. I just level 70 Toma just so I could add him to the Imaginarium Theater lineup. Oh, haha. I could borrow my own Ganyu. Or I could borrow some other character that I don't have yet. What was the lineup again? Electro. A lot of Electro, a lot of Cryo, some Hydro. Widsith. How about yours? What? What happened to this thing? Okay, yikes. Oh man, there's like... How about this? No, C0. Aminoma. What? I'm really curious about these builds. Okay. It's a whatever build. Okay. Pavonia. Yeah, this is a mistake, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a mistake. Effie, the Fontaine girl with a pole arm. I don't remember. Somehow the name sounds familiar, but I don't remember. Oh, the chef girl. The chef looking girl with a weird like pitchfork for a tail. I guess that's Effie. So many events. Effie the Fontaine. Oh, really? Wuwa has a lot of events? That sounds really tiring to maintain. As a game developer, because like it sounds like you're gonna need quite a lot of teams, quite a lot of people working on like all these different events. I just want Burn Melt Risley with her. Nida is nice in Burn Melt, but in Multi Wave it feels uncomfortable because if I switch to her, Risley will lose his E state. That's true. That's true. How well does Burn Melt maintain Pyro on enemies with Wriothesley as a driver? She's gonna be a Skirk support. Apparently, those are the rumors. Yeah, they repeat half of the events. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, I guess that saves a lot of time. It saves time, but it also, yeah, okay. It just sounds like the game, like whatever they wanted Wuwa to be, just didn't fit exactly what you needed. You know, sort of like me. Sort of like me. Like, if I was more combat oriented and I had more time to play video games, I would probably enjoy Wuwa more than I do Genshin. But because I don't, I'm, skill issue on top of that, on top of not having a lot of time to play video games, Genshin just fits the bill for me, like, perfectly. Even more so, probably, if I only had one account. Unfortunately. Fire Aura uptime burn melt is really good, really. Wow, that sounds interesting, actually. Oh, man. Now you have me thinking about Emily. Because remember, I got Ganyu on my main account, right? And yes, you are absolutely right about Nahida burn melt in multi-wave content. It's cringe. It's a little better with Ganyu, but sometimes Ganyu just, like, if you're fighting low HP enemies and AoE, Ganyu just melts everything in one charged attack, and then Nahida's skill like has a 5-6 second cooldown. So it's just cringe. Oh man. Oh, okay. I don't even know who to borrow here. There's no one I want to borrow. I wanted to borrow a character that I didn't have so that I could fill this out and like get the extra bonus. The closest one would be this Wriothesley. But it's a little, I guess it's okay, but like 50, 52, 53 crit rate is kind of cringe. Oh, 4 Hunter, so that's why. I see. Okay. How is Wriothesley, by the way, without VV and or Zilonen, just solo? How is his damage? I feel like it wouldn't be very high. Because, like, remember, this is Imaginarium, right? So I'm very unlikely gonna be able to put Wriothesley in his ideal team. So that's why I'm asking about Wriothesley's damage, like, on his own, with a team that isn't fully dedicated to supporting him. If you had one account, you probably already have, at least one Wuwa account or tried HSR for a bit. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, it's very possible. But I think the biggest reason why, like, I can have 3 Genshin accounts and take care of my friend's account, essentially, like being actively playing on 4 Genshin accounts, is versus playing 1 Genshin account and playing 2 other video games and having 1 account in each game, is because it's multiple accounts in one game. A lot of the content, because I do it once and I'm familiar with it already, so like the second, third, and fourth runs go way faster than the initial run where I went in blind. Streaming regularly also motivates to play all 4 accounts. Kinda, because, like, yeah, I guess that it does, yeah, because so if I were to play, if I only had 1 Genshin account and I streamed Genshin, and I do all the Genshin content, I would run out of Genshin content so fast, right? Like I would probably be streaming like when there's new content, there's a new region, new art conquest, right? Like somewhere around like a point 0, point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4 update. There's gonna be a lot of content, so I would probably be streaming, especially within the first 2 or 3 weeks of an update. I would probably be streaming like twice a week. But then, like as the update gets further and further, as as we're reaching the end of a version update, I would probably be streaming like once every 2 or 3 weeks, right? But then I guess I would also be streaming the other games, which generally is not a good thing on YouTube, right? Because like the algorithm, the way YouTube's algorithm works is like these types of people like this channel's content because they watch this video from this channel, so it'll recommend this channel to this person, to these types of people. But when like there's a much bigger variety of people coming to that have different interests watching the same channel, it becomes like a little spread out, and it recommends your content a little bit less. A little bit less to the same number of people compared to like if you were dedicated to just one piece of content. And that's why you see a lot more smaller / mid-sized channels nowadays that have a more niche type of content instead of like variety. Once you get big though, it's like you could do whatever you want, especially if your content is not specifically game content. Like if your content is you, but you just play video games, then yeah, I guess you could make it work. Caesar Rizzley is decent damage. Really? Okay. I'm kind of thinking. Yeah, okay. I think I'll go with Rizzley because it gives me one more character to fit into the teams that I could potentially use, especially on this account where I have so many characters that are unusable, like so Razor, right? You just saw me a couple of minutes ago. Razor unusable, physical build but level 1 weapon because I have no other weapon for him because it's on Beidou. Am I blind? For some reason, I can't see Raiden Shogun here. But I can see, but she's in here. Wait, huh? Oh, okay, it's in the last page. It's in here. Okay. Kaya, I think, is usable, but just barely. Also level 70, level 1 talents. Lisa, completely unusable. Like, despite the roster being full, there are 1, 2, 3, and then there's 4 characters that are completely unusable. And this Ayato, man. Oh, there's Eula as well. Like, man, Eula. This Ayato is on the flute. Like, it's... I shouldn't use the word usable on that thing. Also, that's a pretty interesting question you got, Manhwa. Raiden C2 versus Arlie C0. Both well built. Who is a better DPS? Raiden is a little... awkward to compare to Arlecchino, because Arlecchino is a dedicated on-field damage dealer, whereas Raiden can be, but also but you could also put her in a team where she is an sort of like an on-field damage dealer / support, like You could put her in a team with like with Xiangling and Xingqiu and or Yelan doing damage, or like Furina, right? Whereas you can do the same thing with Arlecchino, but like if you put Arlecchino in a team with Xiangling, you would not be vaping. It would not be possible to vape and or melt consistently. Like you would hardly be vaping or melting in a team like that. But you would be getting Xiangling's personal damage, but you would also not be vaping and or melting her hits. So you'd be losing damage from not vaping or melting, but you'd be gaining Xiangling's personal damage. But with Xiangling, you're likely gonna want like a couple of characters that buff attack, because Xiangling benefits a lot from getting a big attack buff, like Bennett or Chevrus. And I guess you could go with like an overload team maybe, like Chevrus, Xiangling, Arlecchino, Fischl, or something like that. And in fact, you could even put Raiden Shogun in there just to burst every now and then. But just let's just say strictly like hyper carry Raiden Shogun. C2. Man, that's a tough question. That's a tough question. I think I'd be more inclined to go for Raiden C2. I could be wrong, because my Arlecchino is C0. I have Arlecchino on all three accounts, and they're all C0, and they are ripping. Like especially my main account that has my main account Arlecchino has my best build. It's not an amazing build, but it's also not terrible, and has Jade Spear, and it's like it just rips through enemies. But I also feel the same way about my C3 Raiden Shogun. It's C3. I know it's C3, not C2, what you mentioned, but man, it just they feel about as they feel about as good as the other. I tried them both. They both feel very good. I hope nobody caught that. Oh man. Okay. Well, at least there's area usable. Do these things have high physical resistance? Is that a ruin grader? Oh yeah, that's okay. That's a grader, ruin grader. Wow, I don't have any damage at all. Like, and I don't want to use Raiden Shogun this early. Okay, I'm just gonna go with these guys. These guys are probably the least cringe to fight. Chevrus Overload Team. Okay, that's a pretty good way to compare them. I have a video of C0 Wriothesley in Eternal Flow. Eternal Flow. Wait, whose weapon is that again? Isn't that... Wait, isn't that Nivelette's weapon? It's fine until you are into gacha only games. Gacha players play multiple gachas. Yeah, but you know, like in like dedicated like gacha games, it's mostly like just chores. Like you have chores to do every day, and once you're done with it, there's nothing else to do in the game, unless if you actually spend money. an invalid weapon, you know, like it's 88 crit damage. So it's not, it's, you know, pretty good, but the low base attack on an attack scaling damage dealer, how is it? Hey, cheers, anime lover. Cheers, mate. Has anyone tried the code yet? I'm still logging in. I hate that for the last maybe 1.5 years, Genshin, this Genshin gift page on genshin.hoyoverse.com, just I don't know why it just cannot keep me logged in anymore. And it used to keep me logged in for at least, I don't know, like somewhere around 2 or 3 months at a time. But nowadays it just cannot keep me logged in. That's the only remnant of C0 Wriothesley I have in my vault. The only remnant of C0 Wriothesley. Oh, so I assume you have his signature now? Eternal is his second best for Wriothesley. Really? Well, it, you know, it is a lot of crit damage. Okay. I'm gonna go check what it gives. Hey, nice, Mora. Cheers, mate. I have no idea what I what I want to use here. I guess. I don't know. Okay, well, whatever. All right, maybe that. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Should we spend in 5.4 before 5.5, or should we save?
三弱の修正
みんなを守るからね。
自由になれ周りを見張っててくれ
諦める。眠れない。
総流水曜ほっとよっほっせっ
I guess you know, I think for some people who don't have Furina yet,
諦める。
or
よっけんよ
people who enjoy Wriothesley's playstyle and don't have Wriothesley yet, I guess it might be worth it pulling in 5.4. Like, but just getting, especially if you're on like a newer, younger account, then you are very likely to not have that many Primo gems just yet. So it might be okay. Might be okay as long as you just get C0 of them. Hey, what's up, Abby? Abby? Is that supposed Abby? Or Abby? Correct me if I'm wrong, man. Yeah, how's it going? Getting Cowgirl, but if Skirk is Your gal, save for your queen. You're getting cowgirl, really? What's up with her? You just like her playstyle or what? You spent 285 flowers for one character. It's unfair. Yeah, but it was either that or the other card. Yeah, the other card. Like, I have never used that card, even once. The one that says like something something, but no more alternate cast members can join the principal cast members. It's like, I understand that could mean something, but like from the way I understand how it's written, it sounds like I'm stuck with these characters and no more for the rest of the run. And maybe it could, like, it means something different. That's why I've never used it before. Okay, maybe no, not you. Ooh. Okay, I don't mind losing you. I don't mind. Okay, well, I have no damage dealers now. Like actual, I guess Ayato will be kind of okay. I guess. I don't know. Oh. I don't remember how to properly use Eula anymore. Okay, well that did something. I think that was 100k. Oh, well, I did not want to do that just yet. Oh, yeah, I guess it's not doing too badly. If this guy could just stop running around, please. I have 2 more enemies to deal with. This is certainly not the easiest feat to pull off. Dealing as much DPS as is necessary for this chamber, or whatever it's called, with the with the sad team that I had. Ah, boy. Okay, do I have a team for that guy? Oh, man. Okay, I should have... What an idiot. I should have gone for Kujosara there instead of Glorend. No Dendro characters, unfortunately. Okay. I'll get an Electro Charge buff, maybe. And now you give... Oh, God. Now that I don't have flowers, you give me 3 character choices. 3 different ones as well. You will not get 1 character using that card, but you will no longer get a random character after the battle event. What? You'll get 1 character using that card, but you will no longer get a random character after that battle event. What do you mean random? Oh. I see. So it's only for that fight, right? Not every fight afterwards. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you know what? You have changed my entire Imaginarium Theater experience, like forever, just by telling me that. Oh my god, I could finally use that card now, because like I've always wondered like why do they put a card like that like in the game, and I've always thought like maybe it's just whatever, right? It's just they made that card so that people would avoid it. And okay, I guess that's what it means. Finally got my Furina. Hey, congrats, Chungi. Congrats, man. I hope you farmed for her. You pre-farmed for her, so you could use her immediately. Why don't you choose buffs? They're great damage buffs. They are. I know. But because I'm on my like I said, right? This is my second account, and I pointed out how many unusable characters I have on this account, like in this run. So it's not gonna be easy, like putting a usable team together if I use my flowers for buffs instead of characters. And that's why I'm prioritizing characters over buffs. Your fault to choose Fischl for 285. It wasn't a choice. Like, they just gave me a random character. And I had two choices. Either the one that I thought would make it so that I can't add any more to my principal cast for the rest of the game, or the other one. Those were my choices at the time. And either, like, obviously I was misinformed at the time, right? But those were my choices. So I chose. Yeah, shoot. Okay, who do I want to save Shogun for? I guess Swanee. Okay. Alright. I'll do... okay. Sure. Yeah, all of you. Sure. I think this is overkill. Yeah, I don't think I need this many of my good characters just for this like one short fight. At a trial, yeah. I mean, like, there's a reason why I picked the electro charge buff a moment ago, because I wanted to go with this, but I don't have a hydro character anymore. Okay, I guess no, I'll go with you.
裁きの怒り悪を極め影を刈り尽くす
星の五角は断罪の名において
稲光すなわち永遠なり潔白を証明すること無我の境地
Aurora instead of Raven. Yeah. I mean, now that I did the fight, I think that I should have done that. And now they take away my character options. Man, screw this. Do I want random characters or what are my cryo characters? There's Ganyu. Do I need freeze soon? I need a cryo character for that guy. Do I have a cryo character? Yes, I do. Okay, so I guess I don't need that. All right, random character it is.
ついてこい。
I feel like these guys are gonna do more damage than these guys. And that these guys are faster. Like they move faster, they attack faster than these guys. So despite this giving more points, I feel like this might be harder to like in a defense situation than this. Of course I could be wrong. So I think I'm gonna go with this. I guess. Yeah, sure.
あまり遠くに行くなよ。周りを見張っててくれ。
邪悪を狩り撃つ。射撃準備。
じゃあな。さあ、みんなに挨拶。悪を
見極め、影を狩り尽くす。
周りを見張っててくれ。
そうと潔白を証明することだ。それ。
火に気をつけろ。5時の炎。自由になれ。行け。この剣はわかるかい？
影を撃つ。 悪を見極め、影を狩り尽くす。
じゃあな。やっ。 命を捨てに来たか。
運命の共演姿を見せよ。これでどうだ。お願いします。
粉々よ走行の目には目をそれ
釣れたようだ。
それ
Is that 100k or 10k?
夜の権限
わめきなさいふっへいそれやっへいよっ早くそれはっ結晶せよ
断罪の名において運命に逆らいません。
兵糧のようにうなれやっはっへいジャッジメント早く
Oh, it was 100k. Okay.
影のカラスがポーズお願いします。
わめきなさい
特ダネよ。運命よ。
Official is doing so much of the heavy lifting.
離れてください。はいチーズ。
憲兵恩は立つ粉々よへいやっよっ
これでどうだ。命を捨てに来たか。お嬢様の仰せのまま。
水中玄関これが運命です。先生お願いします。
わめきなさい走行のオンへい目には目を
Official's the main DPS. Yeah, and like I hardly swap to her and she's still somehow the main DPS. Oh, Hydro. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely going with Hydro. Man, I really need both these characters soon. Well, now. I need them now to deal with this guy. Ooh, yikes. Well, man, okay, this sucks. Of course. Okay, I still have a chance. This with. So why is this a thing here? By the way, is it like, are these ones good? The ones that cost 15 flowers? Zero flowers will obtain 80. Obtain 15 more fantasia flowers competing. I just got the 15 back. Whatever. Alright, I'm gonna have to reset. Come on, give me a Hydro one. Okay, well, whatever. Alright, nice. Oh, wow. Wow, that really saved my butt there. One vigor, act. Oh no, that's awful. One random character. You gain 20 fewer Fantasia flowers. Okay, well, sure, I'll take it. Eula. Got Eula back. She'll be useful, I guess. Oh yeah, that's right. I guess the Swanee, I think. My cry, like, she'll freeze and then shatter, like, very quickly, right after the other. The Swanee. Okay, she'll actually be useful. Wait, where is she? Wait, I thought I got her back. Well, why isn't she here? Okay. Okay, I guess. Sure. Well, okay. I guess at least I get 2 Draconic. Well, 3, obviously, because like I got C1, but. You know, at least with this team, I can somehow get 3 Draconic stacks, so it'll work. Oh, I put Furina in slot 3, which is awkward. Because my Furina is always in slot 2.
これ
油断ならぬ翼よ。
静粛に。
15 flowers are a gamble sometimes since you can't skip. Oh, well, at least like I don't know. I don't know if the ones that cost 15 were actually good. I don't really need man. Okay, AOE. Do I have AOE? No, apparently not. I don't have any AOE damage dealers. Well, I guess Beidou is also AOE, but I guess Ganyu would be nicer too. Yelan would be nice as well. Is the free one? Yeah, okay, it's the free one. Sure, we'll take it. Happiest person. After this, you will get her. Go on. Hey, what's up, Siri? Wanna know some trivia? Sure, man. Using a mystery cache, you can reset selectable 2 chances reroll. Yeah, sure. 2 more reset chances would 105. That's weird. Really? That's a wait. What? Why does it feel strange seeing 105 here? Isn't it like 90 and 110? It looks weird. Okay, so I think that's the one that rolls around and moves around a lot. Defeat all opponents. How many is that? Is the question. Okay, now do I even have a proper team to deal with this? Okay, I guess I could use Rosaria, sure, AoE, and then I guess there's Charlotte. I still have Charlotte. Mona. Okay, seems fine. Always nice to hear some trivia from you, Siri. Oh, I guess Freeze was the nice choice to deal with these guys. Uh-oh. I saw that coming too. I did not see that one coming. The second one. Wait, this one doesn't follow me around? Oh, right, that's just the summoning. Okay. Montaigne cuisine. Poisson chant. Poisson chant. pie is based on Hogan Sturlagata or Hogan Sturwallock, which means stargazy pie. Okay, it's a pie baked by locals in Cornwall, England. Pie is made of thick milk. What? Thick milk potatoes. Okay, and some onions and sardines. Sardines. That's weird idea, but I guess sure. With their heads protruding out from the pie crust, looking outward. What? The fish heads are facing upward because it makes them look like they are staring at the stars. That's why it's called stargazy pie. It sounds like somebody just got bored, like, you know, like some baker just got bored. I just thought this would be funny. Oh, okay, so they put Eula back in the alternate cast, not the principal cast. Okay. Okay, so it's this one. I'm gonna need I'm really gonna need cryo for this one. Okay, still have Kaya. No worries. Okay, yeah, sure. We'll be fine. Thanks for the trivia, Siri. Fish heads are seeing their souls fly into the sky. There you go, see Passant Chant Pie and Google Stargazy Pie. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do it right now. Poisson Chant Pie. Stargazy Pie. What the heck, dude? That is so weird. That is so weird. Oh, dude, it looks exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Okay, you know what's weird to me is, like, what are the fish even there for? Right? I understand, like, when you bake them, like, it adds a little bit of the taste into the pie. But, like, when you eat it, you're not gonna eat it with the fish in it. You obviously you're gonna pull out the fish before you eat the pie. So, like, they're just there for aesthetics? Artistic choices, RJ. I mean, yeah, clearly. I baked one before with pilchards. You won't understand the hidden meaning. I'm sure I won't. I'm sure it's like a cultural thing. Fontaine is based on England and France. Yeah, it is. And I think that's what makes their character designs so classy. They just look nice. They look fancy. They look classy. Oh, hey, does this thing? Okay, there's ones that cost 15, and there's these ones that cost 40. Are these always good? I don't really ever pay attention to them. Another one. Sure. If Fantasia flowers retain 80. Well, if it, okay, that wasn't as worth as the other one. No, don't need any more of those electro ones. Okay, do I still have any? I guess not. I guess not. And I'll start getting some buffs. Question is, what buffs? Okay, I guess superconduct and electrocharged. Follows active character dealing electro damage to opponents. Sure, I'll take that one. In cryo or electro damage. Opponent yielding one more attack. Increases cryo and electro damage to that opponent. Feels physical damage. Nope. Okay. Which of these are the least cringe? Those are cringe. Shields are cringe. I guess that's not too bad. RJ, try baking one if you want. Dude, I can barely cook rice. And you want me to bake? Just for display, the body of the fish will be used as fillings for the pie. The heads are just for display. You have to cut the holes and on the crust and put the heads into the holes. I don't read either, RJ. Very good. Oh man, I cannot imagine myself ever like I don't know why, man. Maybe I just need to try it out a couple more times, right? Like actually like cooking like a proper dish and not just like deep frying hot dogs, fried fish, or fried chicken or pork chops or whatever. Like maybe I should just give it a try and like maybe I'll get it eventually. But that would mean like I'd have to ruin so much food before I get to that point. I don't know why. Cooking just doesn't come to my brain. The best thing RJ can bake is microwave food. Yeah, like it's not to learn. It's not too late to learn though. That's true. That's true. As long as I don't have dementia yet, then yeah, I like absolutely can still learn. Wow, this this whole team, man. This whole team is just straight up to help Eula succeed. Oh man, I messed that one up. Oh, I did not hit that last normal attack. Oh man, okay. I thought it was an attack. I know cooking. I cook instant noodles. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. For me, I cook in the kitchen, so I'm okay with cooking. I mean, like, clearly. I can't imagine somebody who literally works in a restaurant, like in a kitchen, cooking all day, not being okay with cooking. Like, can you imagine, like somebody like a chef, like a professional chef, who's traumatized with cooking? That'd be awful. Like every time they cook something, they hear the the Akira thing. They hear the Akira thing, like Akira ding, and then the picture of like food and cooking and dishes. Ah, leave me alone. The Sino is very active. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, they're just idiots over there. Especially recently. Like, they've just let them go. And have completely forgotten. Like, they remember. Like, when I react strongly, and they'll remember for a little bit. And then after some time, they'll just forget about it. Until I react strongly all over again. Okay, Yelon would be nice here. Okay. Eula is just here strictly to shatter. Nope, that was not the time to freeze this guy. Nope, that also was not the time to freeze this guy. When does this guy become cryo? No, that's not it. Okay, now. Perfect. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. The best cooking I did is boiling boiling milk. Anyone can cook. Just need a rat under their chef hat. I do sick some of my foods though. Really? Okay. Like, what kind of dishes are you sick of? Are you sick of them because, like, people just order them all the time? Or, like, what? Most damage taken. Rez is my weakest Archon character. Really? I mean, I guess it's easy to make Raiden the weakest. Because, like, so Venti, it's like, you know, it'd be unfair to compare It'd be unfair to compare Venti to like all the other Archons that actually deal damage, right? So like Venti wouldn't even be in the ring. Whereas like I guess like with Zhongli, you can just pretty much put anything on him, and like as long as it has good stats, then like sure it'll do decent damage. But Raiden Shogun, you put anything on her, but even with good stats, like it's still like it's like her multipliers were calculated with 4-piece emblem in mind. So like without 4-piece emblem, her damage is just bleh. So and like 4-piece emblem is just really hard to farm because so many characters, so many supports want that set. And on top of that, she does use a lot of stats like attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, and ER. But because she doesn't, her weapon is not. It doesn't have crit rate, crit damage. Her ascension stats are not crit rate and crit damage, and she doesn't have any passives or any abilities that give her any crit rate, crit damage. So it's really hard to get her to an acceptable crit ratio and build in general because of that. Yes, order them all the time. Oh, I see. Okay, well, I guess we're done on this one. I feel like I've yapped for quite a lot, and I don't know, like for some reason, I thought we've been going for like 3 hours already, and for some reason that really felt like it was a long time. Hey, what's up, wrong person? How you doing, man? Hey, what's up, Luap? How you guys doing? And I just checked, and apparently I've only been going for 2 hours. That was really surprising to me. I don't know why. It just really felt like I've been going at this for quite some time. I did... Okay, now granted the fishing event did not take very long. But I did yap a lot in between. Ratatouille is just some vegetable dish. What was ratatouille anyway? Was that potato? It's been a while since I saw it in the movie, but was that just potato? My design project is not going well at all. Slowly descending into panic. No, you'll be fine, man. Just stop being too obsessive. Like, cause like, okay, I understand. It's design, right? It's, you know, a form of art, and it's hard to say, oh, this is good enough, right? When it's something that you are passionate about. But at the end of the day, we all live in reality. We all have deadlines. Oh, what's this? Achievement. We all have deadlines that we have to meet. And eventually, we're gonna have to choose what we compromise on. So just, you know, try to pick the things that you can compromise on. Or if there is none that you can compromise on, pick the ones that will hurt the least to compromise on. Oh wait, why did I switch accounts? I still need to do the fishing event on this account. Obsessive, how did you know? Because, well, it's you. It's you, man. How are you not gonna be obsessive? You're just what I imagine is happening is you're taking, like, at the beginning, like even from when you just started, you had a vision and you thought of a plan to make that vision and you started working on it. And then, like, so you have, let's say for example there were 10 parts to completing this your vision. your idea. You probably took as much time as possible just to do step 1. Step 1 already took up like 40% of your time. And then step 2 took another 20% of your time. And then step 3 and then step 4. And at some point you got to step 7 and you're like, okay, tomorrow's the deadline. That's probably you. You have to use a Madeleine? What the heck's a Madeleine? Slicer commonly used to slice vegetables. Ah, Madeleine. I mean, like, from what I remember what the potato looks like, I imagine whatever sliced that thing up in such a way is probably very dangerous. Mandolin. Okay. No, not that. Madeleine? Oh, there it is. Oh, God. So, this is something I should never be let near of, ever. Yeah. No. Like, something no one should ever allow me anywhere, like, within 100 meters of. They say I need to eat someone's spine to become a titan. If I eat fish spine, will I be able to be a fish shifter? Attack on Titan. Haven't seen you in a while, Bunny. How have you been, man? Yes, it's me. Sounds about right. I'm going above and beyond all my tasks. I'm on step 2 of like 15 plus, and 30% of my time is gone. Yeah, see? Exactly. I used to obsess about things. And yeah, I got into reality, and I kept doing things the way I used to, right? Like being the obsessive dude that I used to be. And then it just didn't work out. I got into quite a few situations where I was obsessive about the quality of my work, until at some point I only like several times throughout my life I only did the very beginning, and I was already almost out of time. Like I used up 90% of my time and I was just at the beginning of my work. So went through that a couple of times, and then at some point I got tired of it. I got tired of it. I got tired of being embarrassed to ask for more time, because I knew that it wasn't just my time. Like it was my boss's time, and like I understand that a conversation between me and my boss is really awkward. Like when I say that, hey, I haven't finished this thing that you asked me for, I need more time. Especially when they expect it at a certain time. Especially when I asked for more time a second time or a third time or a fourth time or more or onward. And I know that they have to ask for more time from their boss, and that conversation is way more awkward than my conversation with my boss. And when I say awkward, I mean like it's like company changing, it's profit affecting, it is potentially investor pulling out kind of situation, like that awkward. So yeah, and I hated being in an awkward situation like that. So at some point I gave up on my obsessions, and I became more of a realist. Yeah, I became more of a realist, and I wouldn't say I'm the nicest dude out there, but I definitely do see myself as reasonable. It's shameful not to not do well. Yeah, it's also shameful to keep asking for more time because you quote unquote did well. You know, there's this now I don't remember what this was, but there was this example, and this is in the filmmaking industry. this was in the filmmaking industry. There was this one like really well-known director from like the 80s and 90s, and he just dropped off of the face of the planet. He stopped doing work because he spent so much of his time and like a lot of his life working on like this perfect vision for like a movie or like whatever it was. It was an animated 2D animated movie, but he didn't want to use 3D. He didn't want to like do any of that. He wanted to do it all like just straight up like just brute force 2D animation. Like so many perspective shifts, like it's basically hard mode, right? Even when there was another way to do it, he still like refused to do it like more efficiently, and like it took him like some like 25-30 years to complete it, and like by the time that he completed it, it was irrelevant. So, and I know that rushing things is also not a great thing, right? Like, you know, that's basically rushing things is like essentially what mass production is, right? Like mass producing the mass production TVs that we have nowadays compared to the the really high quality TVs that we had in the 80s and 90s and like mid 2000s, early 2000s. I would like it doesn't even matter to me that the TVs from back then looked way worse, like visual quality wise, compared to the TVs nowadays. Like I would still pick those TVs from way back then. Yeah, just because of like, so on top of like just being built really well, they were durable. They were a lot more repairable. Like in fact, like dude, there's so many stores in my city and like in many cities in the Philippines that just straight up sell refurbished old TVs. And they're not even like first party refurbishers. They're just like some random dudes that are random shops that just know how to repair electronics. So they buy up like a lot of these like broken old CRT TVs and they repair them and then they sell them. And a lot of people buy them because they're very repairable. Especially when you take the TV back to the guys who who repaired them in the first place. So they know exactly what the problems are with those TVs. Oops. Yeah, so there is certainly a middle what's the word I'm looking for? There is a sweet spot between rushing and doing well. Like taking your time doing well. No such thing as a perfect movie, games, or projects. Yeah, right? Like you can strive for perfection all you want, but all you'd be doing is wasting your time instead of working on three projects that are 80% of what you're capable of. Like no, say like 5 projects that are 80% quality of what you're capable of, or one project at 95% of what you're capable of. I mean, I'm definitely gonna choose like the one where I get a lot more. Did you see my DM today? I saw it in my like for some reason I haven't logged into I haven't opened Discord on my brother's phone in a really long time, but for some reason I still get notifications. Like Discord still notifications still come in. I saw it in the notifications thing. I did not. I did not open it yet, but I saw at least a glimpse of it. I was sort of confused by the wording. I haven't taken a look at it. And because it was the nature of the information was what it was, I wasn't so interested to see it, but also I'm also not going to avoid it. So it's that. How do I stop rescheduling my review time? My review time, because every day I keep changing it. I don't know why. I keep saying, "Oh, I'm gonna review at 10:30." 2 hours later, late review. That's what's referred to as procrastination, man. Yeah, that's called procrastination. It's not something you can just change by saying, "Okay, I'll change this." It's an attitude thing. It's I've been in this conversation many times before, and it was in my younger and kind of my more embarrassing years in life. Um, a little bit more, yeah, in my embarrassing years in life, and so very, I was often late a lot, like really late. I'm not talking about like 5 minutes late, half an hour late. I'm talking about like half my shift late. Right, and this, like, I was a grown adult, like I was 18, 19, 20 years old at the time. Not all the time, but it would definitely happen quite a few times a year. And like in a week, I'd be late for like 3 or 4 times a week, for like sometimes 2 minutes, but sometimes 2 hours. And how do I explain this? So it was a little bit of an attitude problem, a discipline problem, and it was also partly like, I don't know why. I imagine, like, I don't know, physiologically, a physiological problem. I don't know, like my body just could not adjust to the night shift for some reason, and it was just awful. And even now, I don't think my body will. Even if I try it now, like now that I'm older, I still doubt that my body could adjust to a night shift. I guess it's something that I'm just not capable of. And so I could not wake up to my alarm. So often it was because I guess I was just incapable of waking up to an alarm. And at the time, smartphones were not a thing yet, right? Like, having access to like all the different kinds of alarms, like anywhere, right, was not at the tip of my fingers. Not like today, right? Like where you just look up, you just Google, okay, download alarms or something, alarm tones. Then like on some, like there'd be like a dozen websites that you could pick from and just download them, put them on your phone, and then voila, you have an alarm that is like really loud or extra quiet or whatever, like the exact alarm that you are looking for. Back then, that wasn't the case. If you wanted a specific alarm, you had to go to like a, I don't know, like a department store, looked for different alarm clocks that had different tones, and like you had to ask to listen to them and whatever, right? And I did not put in that effort. Um, Small fish. Okay, cool. Small fish. I need to catch more small fish. So yeah, that was so okay. I said earlier, I said partly because of discipline problem, and partly just, I guess, a biological like I don't know, like just my body won't adjust to the different like the time, the night shift time. So I say partly because I just wasn't disciplined enough to sleep when I knew I should have. Because, say, if my shift is at 9 in the evening, so I should be sleeping at least 9 or 10 hours before 9 in the evening, right? So that I get like 7 or 8 hours of sleep, and then a little time to get ready. But I wasn't, because it was in the middle of the day, and I was me, the undisciplined me. I was constantly I was just playing video games. And what I was doing was I was playing video games until like 6 in the afternoon. And like, think about that. Playing video games until 6 in the afternoon while when my shift is at 9 leaves me for like 1 hour of sleep. And because it's 6 in the afternoon, I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's time for dinner. I'm gonna go get dinner, make dinner. I'm gonna spend, I don't know, like half an hour making dinner, another half an hour eating dinner, and then cleaning up. And then by the time that I'm done with everything, it'll already be like 7:30 or 8. And yeah. There'll be like 1 hour left, and then I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's time to get ready for work. But sometimes I finish a little earlier, and I finish at 7, and I'm like, okay, I could sleep for about an hour. I'll take an hour nap, sure, before I get to work. Wake up at 1 in the morning. Half my shift already gone. Are just crushing other players in this minigame. It's RNG, man. It's just complete RNG. Because, like, if you noticed, in this round, it gave me the big fish twice. And I've absolutely played rounds of this. And, like, and it was, like, I think you were here at the time when I played this event on my main account. Well, I don't think you were here, actually. Yeah, it was about an hour ago. No, an hour and a half ago. I played this same event on my main account, and it was the complete opposite. I went like 4 rounds, like 3-4 rounds without catching, like without getting the big fish once. It's complete RNG, and I hate it. It's like it's like the game's already so simple, and yet like they for some reason they still like put RNG into it. I sleep anywhere from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m., but I always wake up at exactly 6:47 a.m. No, I was mainly referring to whose message was it? Bunny? Yeah, Bunny's issue from earlier. His procrastinating question. It's not something that you can just ask someone what the answer is to, and then you hear the answer from someone and okay, problem solved. No, it's absolutely an attitude problem. It's a discipline problem. There are many things you could do to fix that, and most of it only someone who knows you and your lifestyle very well will know the exact answer to. Because obviously I don't know what you do all day. I don't know what kind of environment you're around. Right? But nowadays, I guess generally a lot of people are, like they have a smartphone, they have a computer, they have access, like easy access to the internet, and the internet is generally what most people's distractions are nowadays. And especially the smartphone. Because the smartphone, like what? You put your finger to the fingerprint scanner, and then like, okay, screen unlocked, tap whatever thing it is that you're into, the social media, YouTube, whatever. then like you're stuck there. Especially if you get into if you're into vertical like short form swipe down content, like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, whatever it is you're into, right? That content is like specifically designed to keep your attention for as long as possible. And it is made to be addictive. Because if it wasn't, then it wouldn't work. And they would, like, YouTube would not have added it to YouTube. TikTok would have never become what it is today if that doesn't work. It is designed to keep your attention on it on the screen for as long as possible, so that they could find a way. Like, first they get you hooked, and then later they'll find a way to make money off of that. Right? It's like what Bill Gates said. Like, we don't mind if you pirate our pirate software as long as it's our software you're pirating. So just get as many users on the platform as we can now, and then we'll worry about making money later. We'll think about how to make money off of it later. And that's what essentially that's what capitalism is nowadays. That's what like everything is nowadays. Like, look at like a lot of these new like e-commerce platforms in Asia. That's like Temu, what's the other one? Shein. Right? Like, they pour in billions and billions of dollars of investment money so obviously to make the platform, to get the business started, and then like they pour in more billions, and they keep operating at a loss for several years. And until they, I guess, ideally they want to monopolize the market. They want themselves to be the only option left at the end of the day. Like, they want to outspend the rest of the competition, so that all the users are on their platforms. And then once they're the only ones left, that's when they cash in. That's when they like raise the prices, they cut expenses, they cut jobs, right? Like, they start firing people. They reduce the features to reduce expenses. What else? They raise the prices. They add subscriptions. That's when they do, like, when they cash in. How did I get here again? How did I get from discipline to e-commerce? What the heck? Sleep. Oh, wait, what? How did I connect it from sleep? What did I say? How did I do that? Oops, those are big fish. I'm getting my butt kicked this round. Oh, not anymore. Oh, that's a big fish. Okay, I still am. Wow, this guy's good. This is the part of Genshin that I like, but also hate, because like they give you they make it so that like they make the game non-competitive, but at the same time they absolutely put stuff in to make you want to be competitive, but at the same time it doesn't feel as bad to lose because it wasn't a competition. Like this mode, for example. Right? It's not a competition. It's a team game. You want the whole team to get as many points as possible, but at the same time, they show all your scores in there, like individually, and they rank you for it, and they put a crown on whoever's going in first. But at the same time, because there's no leaderboard for it, you can just tell yourself after not getting first place, you can just tell yourself, no, it's fine, we got all the points. You talked about your own life and connected it from there. I have, like, wow, I'm kind of lost now. You know what? I'm gonna look back to what people said earlier that got me from here. How did I connect that? Okay, I can't seem to find how I got to this point. How I connected sleep schedule to e-commerce and capitalism. Man, why do I do that? I connect everything to capitalism. Capitalism and society. Also, hang on, I missed a lot of your guys' chats. Sorry about that. I was playing a mini game and I was yapping, so distracted. So I think wrong person. You asked how many years how many years I think you've been watching me. I don't know, between 2 and 3 years, I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, definitely sure. I'm sure it's been more than a year and a half. So somewhere between 2 and 3 years. RJ, you aren't the master yapper for nothing. I really yapped myself out of that conversation, huh? First, they get you hooked, then make money from you. Sounds like what a drug dealer also does. Yeah, exactly. You know what? I have made that joke several times on stream before, where like yeah, several times on stream before, like where like a lot of entrepreneurs, businesses nowadays, the way they work now is like they give drugs out for free or they sell them for cheap, get you hooked, and then when you're hooked, then they jack up the prices. Oh, it was you. Okay. I just remembered now. Yeah. Okay. I was So it was oh shoot, what was his name? Bunny from way earlier. Yeah, Bunny got me talking about procrastination, and then I got into short form video content. Yeah, short form video content and how it's addictive. And so earlier I wanted to like talk about like when it comes to keeping your attention for as long as possible. I wanted to go into comparing video content now from video content from before, because obviously no computers, no, like the internet was very different in the 2000s, the 90s. So why is my ping 250? So video content from back then was obviously TV, right? And other than video content, obviously there's also audio content, right? Radio. So TV and radio. And the way ads are served, the way ads were served before versus the way ads are served now. I think the way ads are served now is very unhealthy. It's just very unhealthy. And now I don't have access to all these businesses balance sheets. So I don't know how well they're doing on ad revenue. But imagine back then, right? So when you watched TV, all the shows were running all at the same time. And all those TV and radio stations were always broadcasting whatever content they were showing. Therefore, and today. Good morning. Hey, what's up? Shoot, I don't know how to read your name, man. Sorry, man. Gomes. I'll just call you Gomes. Hey, nice to meet you, man. Okay, so nowadays, in comparison to getting your content to someone from across the world. So back then was obviously if it's across the world, it's a little different, right? Like whereas like if you're just there, where the okay, obviously I don't know like all the technology, right? But like from across the world back then, you would broadcast your TV show or your whole program throughout the day, and then like if it's like on the other side of the planet, it would still go through like wires, but like copper wires, and then at some point it would get to the other side of the planet, and then it would also be rebroadcasted over there by a local channel. Right, or at least the local facilities of that same channel that are local to your area. And it doesn't really cost them more, at least not to my understanding. It doesn't cost them more when there are more people watching. At least that's my understanding of how it worked. I could be wrong. If somebody is an expert on this kind of technology, broadcasting technology, please do correct me. But from my understanding, it doesn't cost them more when more people watch and or listen or tune into it. But today, the way you deliver content from one place, from the other side of the planet to somebody else who wants to watch it or listen to it on the other side of the planet, it costs more money the more people watch. Because it takes server time, right? It takes computing time. It takes the resources of your computer to send that data and broadcast that to that one person who clicked on that video or clicked on that audio stream. And I think this difference in the way the two technologies work makes a big difference in their in monetization. And I understand there's a lot more that goes on as well. Like the equipment from back then was just way more inaccessible compared to the technology nowadays, where like I could literally take my computer and then like host a website from it, and then it would just host this one video and anyone on the internet could watch it. Obviously I would be limited, like with the traffic on that one website to watch that one video would be limited to what my computer and internet service, internet connection are capable of. But the technology is there. The ability is way more accessible nowadays. And back then it was way more expensive. It was way more like difficult because like it was a lot, like in most cases it was specific to your use case. And nowadays like it just works. So it was way harder to get into that industry back then. But once you were someone who had the means to get into that industry, then you could afford to be not profitable for the first couple of years and still operate in such a way where your monetization is not aggressive. Like, and when I say aggressive, I'm talking about the monetization that I mentioned earlier, right? Like how a lot of these companies, big corpos run things nowadays, where they give out their candy for basically for free for decades, until the point when they realize, okay, we're the only ones left. We're the only ones left in this industry, so time to cash in, right? And then they just charge unreasonable prices for it, because they have to. So obviously they have to be profitable, and they have to make up for all the money that they lost for the first several years or first decade that they operated at a loss, at a big loss. And that just wasn't the common way of doing business back then. The common way of doing business back then was, okay, spend a lot of money to get things up and going, and then charge the price for the service that you're providing and or the product that you're providing, right? Like obviously take the price, how much it cost you to make it or to provide the service, and then add your profit margins on top of that. And I don't know, like when did math change, right? Like somehow the math in doing business changed. So yeah, going back to how ads are served now. So ads are served now in such a way that you don't leave your screen. If you're watching YouTube on a TV, right? Like just to make it to make it as easy as possible to compare watching cable TV from the 2000s and watching YouTube online video content in 2025. So when you watch a video today, regardless of whether it's a 5-minute video or a 3-hour video, so back then, obviously TV was always on, right? So let's say there's a movie playing and you want to watch that movie. So obviously before that movie starts, there are ads between that movie and the movie before that. There's like, I don't know, ads for like 5 minutes, 5 to 8, 10 minutes. So while the movie hasn't started yet, obviously the channel tells you, hey, like this movie will be playing next. And then you're like, oh, awesome, I want to watch that movie. And then you see, oh, it's still ads. Okay, well, I'll get up and go get a snack. I'll go to the kitchen and like, hey, look, my wife's here. All right, let's chat a little bit. Right? Like you could get up and stop looking at your screen for a couple of minutes. And then by the time you get back with your sandwich, the movie's playing. And then about, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour into the movie, you get another set of ads for 5 to 10 minutes. So because you know, oh, it's an ad, you know that this ad is going to be playing for like a couple of minutes. You just choose to, okay, I'll get up, I'll go, I gotta go to the bathroom anyway. Right? And like, I don't know, like do other stuff for a couple of minutes. Whereas nowadays, let's say you watch a podcast. Yeah, you watch a 2-hour podcast on YouTube, and you watch it on TV. Right? You use the YouTube app on your TV. Now, I've never owned a smart TV, so I don't claim that this is 100% accurate. So my only experience is really only watching YouTube on my phone and on my computer. So I don't know, like the ad experience might be different. Stream's lagging for me now. Oh yeah, for some reason I dropped a couple of frames. I don't know when that happened, but the connection's fine now though. So yeah, right, like when you click on that when you click on that podcast, immediately when you click on it, so you can start whenever you want to. Like that is the one nice thing about online, about video content now versus video content on cable TV, is you can watch whatever you want at any time. That's like a huge advantage. So you click on that video, immediately you have anywhere from like a 5 second, anywhere from like 5 seconds to like maybe like 40 or 40 seconds or a minute of ads. Because I have seen YouTube ads that run for like 30 or 40 seconds that are completely unskippable. But there are also a lot of ads that are skippable after 5 seconds. So, say you get the 5 second skippable ad. Okay, you wait 5 seconds, skip the ad, and then you get to your content. Or you get the 40 second unskippable ad. Or okay, well, I have 40 seconds where I'm not doing anything, and because I know this ad is gonna finish soon, quote unquote soon, I'm not gonna get up. I'm not gonna go pee before the video I clicked on starts. I'm not gonna go get a sandwich. I'm not gonna go to the kitchen and see my wife there and like talk to her for a bit. Yeah, and then like somewhere along the line, somewhere down the line, half an hour later, 20 minutes later, you get another ad on YouTube. Another ad somewhere, like I don't know, maybe a 10 to 20 second unskippable ad. And because you know it's short, it's because you know it's only going to be one or two ads, you don't get up. You're just sitting there waiting for the ad to finish. And I think the problem with this is it keeps you glued to your screen because you don't have, like, it doesn't give you a break. It doesn't give you time to get up and go get a snack, go to the bathroom, or whatever. 2 unskippable ads in a row, YouTube become a thing. It's been there for me. Like, I mean, like YouTube's ad implementations, like changes and everything. It doesn't happen, like at least from what I've noticed, it doesn't seem to happen all across the world at the same time. It seems to be like a very regional thing, and it seems to be like a user specific. Well, not user specific, but like, yeah, I guess like local region specific thing. Like for me, for example, YouTube, the YouTube app on my brother's phone, which has a much older version of Android, only stopped working for me somewhere around mid-February of 2025. And then, like, and when I say stopped working, I mean like when I open it, it just gives me a gray screen and says, well, there are no more updates to the YouTube app on your device, so just watch YouTube on youtube.com. And when I Googled it, apparently there have been Reddit posts, there have been like posts on other blog sites of the same issue for at least 2 or 3 months from before I experienced it for the first time. So for me, the 2 unskippable ads in a row on YouTube has been going on for I don't know, maybe 3-4 months, maybe. I could be wrong, but somewhere around there. Definitely not less than 2 months, but not more than 6 months. This other guy is like hot on my tail. Oh, he caught it. Okay, yeah. He's gonna take the lead here. Oh wow, I somehow overtook him. I think he got both big fish in that game, and I somehow still won. 5-second ads on TV are non-existent. Right? Yeah. Right. And like back then when I was a kid, I used to hate that. I used to wish that ads on TV were short. And now that I'm a grown up and I understand a little bit about some things, I wish that YouTube would implement that, and not just YouTube, but like online entertainment platforms would implement that in one way or another. So on YouTube, they could do something like that for really long videos, right? For videos that last for like half an hour or an hour, like for say a video, like for a 20-minute video, right? So when you click on the video, just start, no ad. And then somewhere in the middle of the video, like 20 minutes into the video, maybe, 20 minutes into the video, like 8 minutes into the video, give us like a 3-minute ad. And then another 1 or 2 minute ad somewhere, like say 20 or 22 minutes into the video. Or I don't mind waiting, like, I don't know, like maybe give me a 10-second unskippable ad at the very beginning when I click on the video, right? Or like, let's say for a very short video, for like a 3 to 5 minute video, or like maybe even an 8-minute video. When I click on the video, okay, give me like a 5 to 10-second ad. And then 5 minutes into the video, give me a, 20 or 30-second unskippable ad. And that's it, right? Show us more ads on the longer videos. Now, I do understand that it's a little more complicated than that, because the longer videos they have much less views than shorter videos, right? I mean, it's very obvious, like, why shorts have like way higher view counts than regular like long form videos, right? And even like why so YouTube used to like only allow mid-roll ads on I think it was 12-minute videos back then, and then at some point they changed it to 10 minutes, and then now it's down to 8-minute videos. So 8-minute videos is the minimum, is like 8 minutes is the minimum length of video where they show mid-roll ads. Shorter videos just like generally equal more views, and it would be like counterintuitive for them to show more ads on the longer videos which have fewer views. But it was just really unhealthy. It's just really unhealthy how ads are served nowadays. Back then, ads used to mean, okay, you get a break from your eyes get a break from staring at a screen. And it's even worse now because of smartphones, right? Smartphones are like way closer to your eyes than TVs were. Right? So like you not getting any break at all, like your eyeballs not getting any break at all, equals way more people nowadays being short-sighted. Back then, YouTube was actually enjoyable. Yeah, but that's mostly because what's the word I'm looking for? Venture capitalist. They were still running on venture capitalist investment, right? Like I mentioned this earlier. Companies nowadays, what they do is they operate at a loss or at zero profit, right? Barely breaking even or even at a loss early on, and their only goal is to get it to increase that user volume, the user number to as much as possible. Ideally, they want to be the only ones in the market. They want everyone to be using only their services. And it's why we have companies nowadays that are like Amazon, Facebook, Google. Right? Google is like the most clear example of this. Because like imagine Google Gmail, right? Like Gmail, Google search, right? It ran for completely for free for how many years? Imagine Gmail. Dude, like that is like Gmail, right? Like that means so attachments, all those attachments on them, like the text, like that's data that they have to store on somewhere on their servers that they pay for. They paid for it for so long, and nobody paid for it. Right? And same thing with YouTube. Obviously YouTube before Google was just YouTube, right? Like I don't know what their plan was. Like they clearly weren't making money off of YouTube before Google bought it up. And obviously when Google bought it up, they spent a lot of money on it. So obviously they had to make that money back somehow. Obviously you're not going to as a corporation, you're not going to spend money if you're not going to make that money back, right? You're not just throwing away money. Anytime you spend money, it's to make more money. That was so. What company was that again? I think was it BlackBerry or something? No, I don't. Alcatel? Oh shoot, I can't remember which company it was. So Google at some point in history bought Motorola, I think. Yeah, I think it was Motorola. So they bought Motorola way back then. And they didn't really do anything with the brand. They didn't release any Motorola phones or whatever. What ended up happening was they spent a significant amount of money, not an insane amount, a reasonable amount for the company Motorola was at the time of purchase, and it stayed under Google for quite some time, and then at some point they had to let Motorola go, but they made it so that Google got to keep so many technology patents that Motorola owned before Motorola got bought out. I'm not 100% sure if it was Motorola. It could have been some other company. I'm not entirely sure anymore. But yeah, they got to keep a lot of the patents, like a huge chunk of the patents. And for a technology company, patents they're sort of like your bread and butter, right? Like, like one of the reasons why Apple just refused to go USB-C for a very long time, because obviously he's not good at multitasking. Yeah, clearly. Also, this mini game, despite it being like really casual, like I have to stare at the fish, right? Like I have to actually pay attention to where the fish are. I'm not just like spam clicking. Finally, I 100%ed Fontaine, including that C or whatever, including 50 what? Statues? 50? What do you mean 50 statues? The fontaine, the fountain. Oh, fountain. Okay. The fountain thing, it kind of just solves itself. Like if you complete exploration, it kind of just get the fountain itself. You just get sigils, right? Like you get the sigils from, I think, chests. I don't know where else you get sigils from. Wow, that was like instant. He just got that big fish instantly. And I think he got the first one instantly too. That's a little sus. and somehow I'm still beating him. I think what's going on, why I'm beating like a lot of these guys is because they're probably just using the big net to fish, whereas I'm using like the medium net to get medium fish. And I don't really care about this. Oh, you know what? I have forgot. I realized I have to catch some small fish. Yeah, I have to catch some small fish because I haven't gotten that one, like that reward from the event. Finally. Alright, well, no way this guy's gonna catch up with me now. So, I better get to farming these small fish. I think I needed to catch 8 more of the small fish. Alright, well, it looks like I won't be able to finish this round of event. Well, the event on my third account before I end the stream. Because I don't know if the sound came through my mic about 5 minutes ago. My alarm actually already went off. So it's actually time for me to work in 4 minutes from now, actually. Let's see, how many points do we need more? Yeah, no way I'm going to be able to do 2 rounds in 4 minutes. Okay. Well, let's get all the rewards while we're here. Anyway, I'm sorry guys. I ended up yapping like the whole like towards the last like 30 minutes of the stream, and I didn't really like wasn't able to look at chat as much as I usually do. But anyway. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming here, man. Imagine listening to a 1 hour loop song video that you randomly get an ad jump scare. Watching a video on loop, like a short video, a 4 or 5 minute video on loop. I don't know. I feel like that would be weird because like you're not really watching a long video. It's just a short video, but you're just replaying it over and over again. So it would make sense that you get an ad, like not every time, but like every couple of minutes, like between each play. Like when it's finished, you get an ad, and then before it replays, and then a couple more replays later, and then you get an ad after it's finished before the next replay. That it would make sense to be for it to be a little bit more like that. Anyway, congrats, Ayato. Congrats. Were you farming? Like, were you? Did you just want to 100% Fontaine, or were you doing that to farm Primo Gems? Never listened to a 100-hour long Chinese. What the heck? No. Have no idea what that thing is, man. Okay, anyway, I really have to go. I have 1 minute and 40 seconds left. So, anyway, for those of you who need help building your characters' accounts or making a decision on which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams, and in the pinned message in YouTube chat. If you want my personal opinion, you can ping me over there. My name is Elvis Einstein. Of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, guys. See you next stream. My next stream will probably be later this evening, actually. It depends. If I'm too tired after work, I might not. But if I'm not, then I will actually stream tonight. Because, hey, it's Monday. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you.